Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle and today I'm coming with the latest update to 4-star legendary that are coming most likely in 2 to 3 weeks from now. So that's looking like a final version. We are currently on the latest update public test server, so most likely focus is now on fixing bugs and everything is about ready for release of next season and raids. So we're taking another look on those 4-star legendary that you will obtain from raids as well from random 4-star legendary enemies. They can drop 4-star weapons and armor pieces. And at the end of this video I will show you some examples. So in the patch notes there was nothing about 4-star legendary being updated, but they were consistently updated from patch to patch. So they are much different than what I showcased when PTS opened for the first time. So as you can see, this one is for power armor only. So now 4-star legendaries, a lot of them is exclusive to very specific regular armor or power armor or weapons or melee weapons. This one is team focused. As you can see, this one will provide 50 regular resistance, energy resistance, as well as 22 elemental per each piece you wear, and that will apply to all teammates nearby, so very powerful one. Then, this is very interesting. Is there gonna be a new meta? You put a full set on your armor on this, and instead of reloading your weapon, you try to bash enemy to reload faster? I still have my doubts, but maybe. After that we have something for melee weapons, but only 25% damage at full stacks, but still, that's for armor, so you can put it on armor and your melee build will be 25% stronger if you have this. Interesting, but very little bonus for melee. Like, you know how melee works, 25% is very little for melee. Taken into consideration it's already scaling with strength. Now, this is for outside of VAT's weak point attacks for snipers, 50%. I would like to see higher number, but it's 50%. Choo-choos, so that's one of the best ones still. It's for armor, 500 damage when you sprint into your enemies. 50% at full stacks. This was very cool, I was showcasing it in the past. Yeah, very cool option for a build, choo-choo, and run into your enemies. Combo breakers, and this is separate for melee, separate for regular. It's another melee weapon effect. This one is for weapon itself, not for armor. When dealing damage, 50% chance to not use action points. Is it good enough? I don't think so, but it's there. As you can notice, some of those effects most likely no one will use. That's the one everyone is looking after. Significantly weaker than initially released. Initial release was way overpowered, that everyone agreed. Now it's more balanced. Critical hits will restore 5% of your health and action points for you, but as well for your teammates. So imagine a team of 4 conductors in VATS going after enemies. Your health and action points will not run out. You will constantly be healing. Still very powerful. Electricians. This one is super interesting. When reloading, emit a shockwave that stuns nearby targets for 3 seconds. So you have 3 second stun on reload. It's really good if you are a close combat tank and reload often. So something like light machine gun, reloads often, reloads fast, maybe, electricians. And another one, damage for each combat target around you up to 50%. So more enemies around you, more damage you do. And circulars. Fencers, and as you can notice, most of those effects is currently capped at 50%. It was some of them were going much higher, but now no. And now it's a melee damage again for the weapon, scaling with each nearby teammate. So 50% if there are all teammates. Another 50%, so mostly you can notice the weapon ones circle around different ways of obtaining 50% damage bonus. When crippling limbs, they explode and deal up to 50 explosion damage to nearby targets. It was higher, now it was reduced. I don't think anyone will go after this one for weapon. It wasn't working very well last time I tried, as well for weapons, at least for the weapons that were able to quickly cripple all the limbs. It was not really doing what it's supposed to. I need to retest it. Iceman's applies cryo on hit that slow target when dealing damage in watts, and that's for melee only. I don't know. I don't see use case for that. Limit breaking. Another one that gives 50% at full stack. This is interesting. Each worn armor piece reduces the cost of critical hits, and the cost they're referring to, it's not action point cost. It's the cost taken from critical bar. So basically with full stack, when you crit without any perks or any additional things, you will use only half of the critical bar. So this is mainly aiming for, I think, full health builds. It will help you get consistent criticals every other shot without the requirements of 33 luck. You can reduce this requirement. You can go with way lower luck if you put some limit breaking on your armor pieces or power armor. Then there is Miasmas. When hit, a poisonous cloud harms nearby targets for 10 seconds. So similar to the poison that is happening in daily ops when you kill enemies, you can release similar poison yourself with this effect on your armor and power armor. It currently doesn't list damage for some reason. The damage is visible, but I would still not go with it. Even with full set, I was trying to use it. It's only nearby enemies that are very close to you. I don't think this will have a use case. Although how hard it is to obtain 4-star legendaries, at first maybe we'll just be using whatever we unlock and then try to replace them with good ones. Pinpointers, 50% damage when targeting enemy appendages. So arms and legs, they specify appendages as, if you are not familiar, limbs in Fallout is everything that's not a torso. So limbs, heads are included to limbs. So appendages, arms and legs. Why would you do that? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea why would you go for pinpointers if head is excluded. Polished. The greater the equip item condition, the greater the weapon damage, and this is significant because how easy it is to obtain by improved repair kits, 150% condition, and everything above 100 is full bonus, and the bonus is here 60%, so it's significantly higher than a lot of other bonuses. I don't know if they plan to change it or not, hopefully not, and very universal, very easy to achieve. So polished, very tempting option. Then pounders, this is for melee, and the best for melee. As you can see, this one can go up to 100% damage. It's different value for auto, different for non-auto. It's basically like a Furious effect, but on the 4th star, and only for melee. So that's melee-specific Furious effect that increases your damage. Very good for bosses. Take into consideration how fast auto axe is attacking. The 100% is couple seconds. So very good for bosses for melee. Then propelling, that's for power armor specific. Movement and speed increased by 5%, and you know what the problem is in here. I was testing that. With Speed Demon you are already on a speed cap, so this does nothing. That's the biggest issue. This does nothing. The cap to the speed is 25% to the speed bonus in Fallout 76. 20 or 25, I'm not 100% sure. So Speed Demon alone puts you on the cap, everything you add on top of that does nothing. And it's not really listed here. That should be. Like, it does nothing. Pyromaniacs. When a combat target is burning, deal 50% bonus damage. This is relatively easy to achieve with multiple weapons. And I want to test the poison version of that for you so you can see how it works. Radioactive power. This is interesting one. Gain 2 action point regen at the cost of rats, up to 10 action point regen on full stack. I was testing that. What it is doing, it's actually eating your rats. So it's not citable for blooded build. Very good for full health as you have 2 benefits. First, you are getting action points when you have any rats. So action point regen. And you are healing your rats. So 2 positive effects, but power armor only. If that could go on regular armor, it would be amazing. How good it will be on power armor? Probably not as good. If that could go on regular armor, So full health builds would benefit greatly. Imagine this on solar armor. But you cannot, because it doesn't work. Rangers. Range weapons deal 5% bonus damage up to 25 at full stack. No requirements, but it's for armor. And it's easy 25% damage. Is it the best for armor for range builds? Most likely. It's pure up damage increase. It's not huge, 25%, but no requirement. You just put that on your armor or power armor and your range weapons do more damage. Pure damage bonus. Which will be probably sick after. Reflective. That's what I like. 10% of the damage received from an enemy target back towards them. And they change it. Up to 50% at full stack. As you can notice, there's no chance anymore. There's no chance of any kind. It's just reflecting half of the damage back on your attackers on the full stack. This is awesome. This is such a cool effect for your power armor. It's power armor only, but look how good it can be for, you know, don't hit yourself build when you just stand and wait. Pair it with ricochet and similar effects. Look at that. I love it. I love this one. 50%, I think it's solid. 50% of the damage will be reflected back. Rejuvenators. Gradually restores wearers and teammates' health and action points within 50 feet radius. That's for power armor. If you want to be power armor support, health and action point healing for everyone around. Cool. I don't know how impactful it will be. And it doesn't say, but it does stack with all pieces, so you probably need a full set to be impactful enough. Runners. Sprinting action point cost reduce. Up to 100% on full stack. That's for armor and power armor. It's cool, but let's be serious. Who's suffering from sprinting AP drain? No one. So it's like, I can see it's being used, even though it goes to basically sprinting for free. So bones. This is one of latest. Health regenerates slowly, up to 5 health per second on full stack. As you can see, requirements have been removed, which makes it quite a solid effect. It's just constant regeneration all the time, and it goes for armor or power armor. Imagine adding that on solar. I mean, I will show you it on solar, so you will have an idea. So bonus on solar. Then scanners. Action point cost of VATS attacks reduced by 5%, up to 25% on full stack. This is huge. Can you see how huge it is? 25% AP cost reduction when you put it on your power armor. Only on power armor. So that's like, you can see in next patch, power armor, heavy gunner VATS thing is coming. There are special 4-star legendary. There are better perks for VATS, and heavy guns are getting reduction in AP cost. So VATS heavy gunner is a thing from the next patch. Look at that. At full stack, 25% less AP on already reduced AP cost on heavy guns. Stabilizers. Improves weapon recoil and stability. That goes on the weapon, so I don't know. Anyone will be using it? Maybe on very unstable weapon with huge recoil that you want to use outside of that? Can't think of any, but just an idea. Stalwarts. Power armor breaks 5% slower for owner and all teammates within 50 feet radius. 25% slower full stacks. It does on public test server. Power armor does break faster than on live, so will that be useful? I would say no, but I don't know. We'll see. Tankies. Damage resists for 10 seconds when standing still. There is 20-second cooldown. And it's up to 1000 on full stack. Tankies. So you will be really tanky. Armor, power, armor. It's limited duration. It's interesting how it's you stab and it works for 10 seconds. And then it stops working for another 10 seconds. So you're not permanently. It's such a huge number. Such a huge number. Are you a fan of tankies? And it only says damage resist. So no energy resist, I think. It used to be. That disappeared. Vipers. When a combat target is poisoned, deal 50% bonus damage. So I will try that for you with the Strangler Heart to see if that works. And this is the last one. So let's go for it. Let's go for a couple effects. That's a quick showcase. So now some showcase in action. So as you can see, I'm wearing this one that increases my resistances. And look at my resistance. Build plus this extra effect on the Hellcat. Really great. Now, some effects on weapons. First, let's attract the super mutant. Yeah, that's the new pink functionality. So this super mutant is attacking me now, and I'm super tanky. That's given with this setup. But now look, the reload. The reload is 3 seconds stun on this weapon. It's cool. I don't know how useful it will be, but we can have a 3 second stun on the reload. I have equipped on that. But more importantly, how will the poison damage work? Will it work with power armor? So I have this plasma caster with extra Viper's effect, 50% damage. So now I'm doing to the torso 250. I will change the power armor to my Strangler Heart, and let's see if that's gonna work. The Strangler Heart on last effect is this tankies, so we'll see how tankies work when I'm not moving and moving. Oh, the doggo. You are blocking me. Go away. Oh, my health is very low. I exited. Stimpack triggered. We good. Oh, Super Mutant took a break. That's perfect. Now the poison from power armor. Will that increase my damage? 265, 300. So it does need a second, I think, to register that it's poisoned. Like this extra poison sign need to appear. But yes, then it's boosting my damage. Let's see one more. 300, it's poisoned. It is poisoned. If I shoot it farther before it's poisoned... Oh, it's already poisoned. Did they increase the area range? Is it? Oh, 360. Okay, it's going up. So the first shot... Okay, it's kicking in quite quickly, this extra damage from the poison. The first shot has no extra damage from the poison if I shoot far away on a target. But then Strangler Heart Poison kicks in, and I have extra damage from the poison. Let's try again. This Super Mutant, 346, and now 432. So the 50% bonus kicks in as soon as the poison marker under enemy appears. There is poison marker under the enemy, and the poison kicks in. Now my resistance when I'm stopping, 1700, but it's only for that. It's only for that. 700 normal when I stop, and when it's kicking in, turning blue, and it's on cooldown at this moment. When it will kick in again, the tankies effect. Come on, tankies effect. Oh, 1700. But if I move, I'm losing it. So it's only when stationary and only for 10 seconds. So I don't know how cool it is or it is not. But yeah, you can get 1000 extra ballistic resistance for 10 seconds when standing still. And the poison from Strangler Heart Power Armor will work with Viper's effect. So Strangler Heart Power Armor can basically work for you, and every weapon can have extra damage with this Viper's effect. And what else I have here? One more quick test. I have this Union Power... No, not this one. That's the new Vulcan Power Armor. I think I switched the chases accidentally. This Power Armor comes with the last effect. 10% of damage received from enemy target back towards them. And after that we have Solar Armor to show you. So the last Power Armor now. This will be the last Power Armor test. I don't have Ricochet or anything like that at this moment. Oh, and this bug is still present. So, what do I do to fix it now? Can I slot a fusion core? I can. They took it away. You can no longer... Oh, it worked with other one. Okay, that's interesting. That's very annoying bug. I think you know what I'm talking about. When you cannot enter power armor, you need to manually figure out which fusion core is going in there. So now I should be deflecting the damage. How much will that be? Shoot me. Yeah. Not bad. Half of the damage going back to the attacker. And that's alone the power armor 4-star effect. But even cripple itself. It's not adding ricochet or anything on top. You can see the visual effect for me reflecting damage. Half of the damage that is hitting me, it's going back on the attacker. Now, we exit that and go for solar option. Solar armor, please, for me. The solar armor I equipped with the healing effect. 1 health per second, and on top of that, the solar effect, 4 health per second, should kick in. So I should double on it when above 60% health. So first, we need to get rid of all the rats. So we can see the healing and... Oh, the born survival messing up my experiment. I wanted to see especially if I can keep healing when under heavy fire from enemies. So please provide some heavy fire. Oh, the healing when everything kicks in, the solar effect, and this passive is quite substantial. You see that? Not easy to just die. The healing is substantial. That's my health going back up in combat, so both effects, solar and this 4-star passive, are kicking in. I have 10 health per second back. Unlike food, that food doesn't work during combat. That's a problem with food regeneration. This regeneration doesn't work in combat, but that works. I can easily out-heal quite a heavy damage. Okay, I'm happy with that. Quite a heavy damage can be out-healed if you go for solar with this effect. I have 3 enemies attacking me. I'm doing nothing. I'm not even a super tanky build. Oh, my head disappeared. I'm fully crippled now. So it doesn't heal your limbs. It doesn't heal your limbs, so adamantium skeleton would be in order. Even after changes, it's not as good as it was, but adamantium skeleton. I'm out healing that. That's quite cool. So a lot of cool 4-star legendary effect is coming. I hope you enjoyed this little showcase. For now, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.